Hey guys, come cook Thanksgiving dinner with me. It is currently the night before, and so I am getting started with prepping my turkey brine, and come along with me for the ride. So due to the fact that this pot that I'm cooking the brine in is not big to hold the turkey, I am just gonna makeshift it in this cooking dish, and then I'm going to rotate it. Okie dokie, so to start us off, we are going to do 4 cups of apple cider. And just pour it. I don't know what they did to this poor apple cider and why it is so caved in, but there we go. 4 cups of apple cider right into your pot. Voila! I almost forgot. I never cook with my ring on, so I'm taking it off, but still engaged, still very happy. I love you, Aiden. Okay, now next up, we are going to put 12 cups of water into your pot. This only holds 4 cups at a time, so I'm just gonna fast forward this process for you guys. Okay, so next up we're going to add 1.5 cups of salt, and this is really what's gonna make your turkey tender and juicy. There's nothing worse than a dry turkey. So off we go. Look who's here. He's opening the brown sugar. I'm making my cook with me for Thanksgiving video.
Oh, nice.
He does nothing. He just eats it and open brown sugar.
That's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not.
But guys, I'm actually not the real chef. This is Kona, the little chef. Right?
Here, little chef.
Little chef.
You cook the food now. You put that in the pan right now.
It's not the Miyagi-Do way.
Don't tell me about the Miyagi-Do way. I will.
Why is she actually beating me up? You love me. Mwah.
Girl, little chef.
Little chef Kona.
Okay, now for the Thanksgiving turkey in the pot. Ooh.
She's being brined.
Brine primed and ready to grind.
Alright, well anyways, next up you add 1.5 cups of brown sugar, and you want to make sure to pack this in when you're measuring. I hate measuring out brown sugar. I don't feel like packing it in, even though I just told you to do that. If you're doing it, you should. Don't be like me. But I eyeballed it. Okay, next up, and I'm sorry that he is watching TikToks right now, we are going to add rosemary to our pot. And they were supposed to buy rosemary sprigs. It's not what they bought. So we're just gonna sit here. Don't be like him. Buy actual rosemary. Okay, so he's on the hunt for bay leaves. But while we're at
Bay
it...
leaves, I got them.
Ooh! Wanna add them in?
There's not too many left.
That's fine, I didn't need that much anyways.
Need a whole leaf? How many leaves?
Like, a decent amount of leaves. No, not just a singular leaf.
1 leaf. Piece of a leaf. 2 leaf.
No,
3 leaf.
just dump them in.
5 leaf. Because there was 2 in that one. 6 leaf. All of them?
Do like 8 leaves.
Oh. 7 leaf and 8 leaf.
And now I'm adding, I just did just over 1/2 cup of orange juice because I like a little bit of citrus taste. In we go. Alright, so over here I'm just cutting up some slices of oranges. I'm just gonna plop them right in. That one looked really bad, but it's for the taste. And tomorrow I'm making a herb butter mixture for it. So just for good measure, I'm adding a little bit of parsley and little bit of garlic powder. That seems like a lot, but again, not eating the brine, just marinating it. Okay, so now that we have everything in there, I just want to make sure that it's really mixed well together, so I'm just giving it a little stir before I pop it on the stove. Okay, it is on the stove. Ignore how dirty it is. I'm gonna fix that. I am. But here we go. And also ignore the pan. I'm gonna buy new pans. But anywho, this is boiling, and we're just waiting for it to heat up. Okay, so now that the brine has finished boiling, I just let it boil for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes at most. You're gonna take it off the heat and you're gonna let it cool down completely before you even put it near the turkey. So forgot to film putting it in, but just put it in the pot for tonight, and we covered it with the oranges, and then you're gonna just let it sit in the fridge, and we're gonna rotate it when we wake up in the morning. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. It is currently 10:45 and I'm the only one awake, so we're gonna get on started and let's go. I'm ready for the day. Gonna do my hair after I cook because I don't feel like doing it now, but yeah, so let's get right into it. Butter. Okay, so now to our mixture, we're going to add thyme leaves and rosemary leaves, and we're just gonna mix that on up. Probably best if you don't use a steak knife like me, but that is fine. Now we gotta mix. Again, using a steak knife. Not your best bet. But I don't want to make more dishes for myself. So I started with this and I'm gonna finish with this. Plus I'm just gonna use my hands later on the turkey. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm just going to set aside my herb and garlic butter mixture, and I'm now going to rotate the turkey in the brine. Why is this thing so heavy? I did it. Hi. So I'm just bringing you guys over here, and I'm going to rotate the turkey just because I don't have a brine bag and I didn't have any pots big enough. So I'm just gonna, because before we pat this dry, I just want to make sure that it's nice and juicy and tender. There we go. Because I actually, this is weird tidbit, but I don't love turkey. It's actually not my favorite. I prefer the ham that I'm making, and so does Aiden, my fiance, actually. There we go. I'm just gonna cover it back up with, oh my gosh, the water is so cold, or the brine. Okay, so right now we are just getting out the ingredients for the next recipe. So let's go. I have my board here nice and ready, and now we're gonna start prepping the charcuterie board, which is one of my favorites because I'm a huge cheese girl. Okay, so to start with our charcuterie board, we're gonna actually go with some brie cheese, which is not my personal favorite, but it looks good on the board, so I'm gonna add it. So I have now taken the brie cheese out of the package, but because I don't have the largest of boards, I'm actually gonna cut this into two just to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So let's do it. And my whole family doesn't love brie, so I'm actually gonna try a little piece of brie because I actually don't know if I've ever tried it. So cheers. Oh my god, that's horrible. What? I literally spit that out. That was who didn't tell me that brie was disgusting. But it looks pretty, so I'm gonna keep it on the board. Okay, so next to my board, I'm going to add prosciutto, and they got me this like salami trio set with Italian dry salami, peppered salami, and calabrese salami. So, would it really be Thanksgiving if you didn't snag a piece of what you like when you're cooking it? It's Sadie. Good morning. Hi. I know. I love you. How did you sleep? She just woke up. Baby. Say happy Thanksgiving. Say hi. I'll give you a piece of cheese in a little bit. How's that sound? Good girl. Hey, Thanksgiving girl. I'm very thankful for you. You know that? I love you. Okay, be free. Oh my god, girl. She like jumped out of my arms. Anyways, back to the charcuterie board. Look who we have. We have little chef. With our first Thanksgiving with us. Oh, thank you. She just woke up. And she really likes the smell of the food, so this is probably her favorite holiday. What's your favorite? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Good morning. My girl. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you. Okay, so now that my meat is all prepped on the board, now I'm going to move on to more cheese, because that's the best part. Okay, so we are going to start off with Land O'Lakes creamy Italian blend cheese. Good. And next up, we are adding Colby cheese and cabot. Okay, so next up, we have two of the best chips ever. We have the bruschetta. Yeah, I think so, but it's tiny bruschetta. Okay, so I just finished cutting all the strawberries, and then I added some grapes, but I was on the phone just wishing a few people happy Thanksgiving, so forgot to film that part. My bad, but that's fine. Okay, and then right now the last thing that I'm adding is just a sliced apple, so let's slice it. Sit. I call this the apple tax. Spin. Sit. Yes. Good girl. The charcuterie board is finished. Ta-da! Okay, so next up we are going to wash the brine off our turkey and then pat it dry. Nice and buttered. Okay, so now that my turkey is all buttered, I'm going to add in your pot, which is carrots, celery, and onion, and I'm just going to add that to the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to put a little bit inside the turkey. Connor, are you excited? Are you excited?
Like super, I'm judging you so much.
Are you excited? It's Thanksgiving! Say yay. Say oh. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Woo! So I just prepped the bruschetta and next up, I found the tomatoes, luckily, so I diced up the tomato and now I'm just adding a tad of balsamic vinegar. Okay, and not pictured, I put Italian seasoning. Now I'm just adding a little bit of parsley right on the top of it. Just like that. And the bruschetta is done. Ta-da! Don't forget the spoon now. Pop that right in there. So it turns out that we forgot to get potatoes. That is fine because I'm going to now prep the pies. So let's do that. So we're going to start with the apples and we're going to just dice them up really thin because they're mini handheld pies, so we want them thin, trust me. And in case you're wondering why she's called Little Chef, this is why. Whenever I cook, she just lays right next to me. Hi, Little Chef. Come on. Hi. I love you. Okay, so now that our apples are all chopped up, we're just going to add a dash of brown sugar, some vanilla, and some cinnamon. He's talking about Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, so now that I've added my spices, I'm just going to take a tablespoon of butter and plop it in a skillet. And I measure the cinnamon sugar.
Plus 19 offense.
He's
They
still,
look cool.
he's still talking about Hogwarts Legacy. But I measure these 3 things with my heart. Never have too much. I know you can, but it's good. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of honey into our mixture. Just a little drizzle.
Say hi. She's gonna help. Okay, so we are just going to start by adding our apple mixture into the skillet. So and you're just gonna cook it until the apples are kind of squishy, just soft enough to eat.
Okay, so now I'm gonna fold out my pie crust and I'm going to take a cup and I'm gonna make little imprints just like this all over our pies. Just like this. Now I have my bottoms of my pies all laid out on a cookie sheet sprayed with Pam. And I'm gonna put my filling in it now.
What? Oh, sorry.
Alright, so now I'm starting on the second filling, which is blueberries. And so I just added blueberries and I'm heating it up in a small pan. And I'm going to add some honey, some vanilla, and I don't have it out yet, but a little bit of cornstarch. Totally forgot to mention that we're also going to add butter and just a dash of lemon juice. Alright, and I just made the filling for the pumpkin pie, and it's just pumpkin puree, cinnamon, brown sugar, vanilla, honey, and pumpkin pie spice.
I just popped the mini pies into the bottom rack of the oven and I'm gonna cook these for 25 minutes at 325.
I also forgot to mention, but I cooked the first layer of the pie crust, and the weight of the filling is going to weigh it down anyways, so it's fine.
And I just put the pumpkin pies in and those are gonna cook for 35 minutes. Brussels sprouts. I cleaned the counter, so it's fine.
Just took the mini pies out of the oven. Yeah, it exploded a little bit, but that's fine. Looks good. Pies are plated. Proceed. Now we are. It's for my sausage.
Oh, okay, I was making sure.
Oh, gimme! I'm recording a video.
Get off my.
Okay, now that my sausage is all brown, I added 2 mirepoix, and I'm just cooking that up with some butter and some garlic powder until it is soft and golden.
Guess what beeped?
Okay, so I just took the mirepoix out, it's nice and soft, and I combined it with the sausage in a baking tin. And now I'm just letting the turkey rest for about a half hour or so, and lightly covered. Okay, so I just added the stuffing mix in. I do have a second bag, but I don't think I'm going to need it because this seems to be pretty full to me. And now I'm going to add 3/4 cup of chicken broth.
Okay, so I just threw the stuffing in the oven and you're gonna cook that at 350 for 25 minutes. And while that is in, before I put in the ham and everything, I'm going to finish up the Brussels sprouts. So it's still in its baking dish right now because I'm gonna be moving it into a cuter dish to plate. But right now it's just the Brussels sprouts, olive oil, pre-cooked, and bacon. So right now I'm going to add some red pepper flakes. I'm not a huge fan of Brussels sprouts, but my dad is, and he likes spice, so Dad, this is for you. And I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. I want these to have a little pizzazz to them. And then I'm adding some maple syrup. Okay. Now we're gonna mix all that up.
And now, before I transfer to my cute little dish, I'm going to just top it off with some balsamic vinaigrettes. Mix, mix, mix. So we just opened the ham, kudos to Aiden, and I made a honey and orange juice mixture that I'm going to rub in between all the layers of the ham. Hi, little chef. Okay, so now I preheated the air fryer to 350 for 6 minutes, and I just made a garlic butter mixture with butter, or 1 stick of butter, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. Then with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, you're gonna add some mozzarella cheese. Okay, and I just poured my pasta into boiling water with a little bit of salt and a little bit of olive oil, and we're just gonna let this sit till it's al dente. Okay, so now the brown sugar glaze is just heating up, which is basically right now just orange juice and brown sugar. Okay, so now in a pan I'm adding a full stick of butter to go with my mac and cheese. The brown sugar glaze was just poured on about 3 times and it has about 5 minutes left, so we're just letting that caramelize. Okay, so I added about a half carton of heavy cream and I'm just letting that sit. Hello, see? Oh my god, they're excited. Okay, so I added 2 packets of mozzarella shredded cheese and a half packet of white cheddar. And I've just been stirring that, and I added garlic powder, paprika, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. Now I'm just letting that all melt. Turkey rolls. And put in the thingy. Woo. Okay, so I just made my honey butter mixture with butter, honey, ground cinnamon, confectionery sugar, and I'm gonna put this in the freezer to set.